Hey everybody, it's Psalm 144 1 boxing content here. Um now, I don't really know if this is still a topic of discussion, really, whether the fight happens or not. But if this fantasy fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin, the third trilogy fight, if this fight happens, Canelo is going to destroy Golovkin. And I know that's going to upset a lot of Triple G fans. And I'm going to just explain why. I believe Canelo will destroy Golovkin if they fight a third time. So we remember back in 2018, the rematch. Well, actually, let's go back a year before that, September 2017. I remember the date, September 16th, 2017. Canelo Alvarez of Mexico and Gennady Golovkin of Kazakhstan fought for the middleweight championship of the world for the first time. Now, Canelo had a lot of difficulty, in my opinion, in that fight. I thought Golovkin won that fight. He was putting on the pressure, being more aggressive. Canelo did some good things too, but I just thought Golovkin, it was a competitive fight. That was a competitive fight, not a close fight, but more of a competitive fight with Golovkin edging it out, by more than edging it out. But the second fight, a year later, that was not like what I said before. Not only was it a competitive fight, it was a close razor fight. Canelo improved a lot on, dealing with Triple G's pressure. He went more to the body. Canelo was killing his body more in the second fight than in the first fight. And Golovkin had no answers for Canelo's offense. This is why the judges gave Canelo that fight. Not because Canelo landed more punches or dominated fully. No, that's not why Canelo won the fight. Canelo won the fight because he basically he did something that nobody really did before. He came forward in a way where he's the bigger puncher. Like, he's the puncher. You understand? He did what they told him to do. What Abel Sanchez and Golovkin, what they all told him to do. Why don't you come forward and fight? That's exactly what Canelo did. And now, I'm not saying he hasn't been in that type of fight before, but I've never seen such an aggressive Canelo Alvarez in the second fight. Just like I've never seen a Canelo Alvarez on the back foot so much in the opening rounds of a fight in the first fight. So, why do I say this? Because Canelo can adjust to any type of fighter and any different way. He's versatile. He's flexible. He can go from backing up. He can come forward. He can mix up his defense and his offense. He can backfight. Canelo does what he wants to do. Okay? The only person he couldn't do that with was Floyd Mayweather. Okay? And a little bit Golovkin in their first fight. Now, I would agree Golovkin won the first fight. Okay? But Canelo won the story. Now, I think that was more of a draw, in my opinion. But Canelo was winning the story of the fight. He was doing something. He was taking Golovkin out of his game plan. He was controlling the pace. He was doing whatever he wanted. But that's what Golovkin does with most of his opponents, however. He does what he wants. He comes forward, pressures. But when it comes to better fighters like Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Devryanchenko, fighters like that, he has trouble. A little bit of trouble. There's a little bit of controversy. There's controversy about the Jacobs fight. There's controversy about the first Canelo fight, the second Canelo fight, and Sergey Deverenchenko fight. Why is that? Because Triple G didn't do what he wanted to do. He was neutralized in those fights. But you also have to remember when he fought Jacobs and Canelo the 2 times, he was a lot younger back then. He was much younger. Let me tell you, Golovkin looks like crap right now. When I saw that fight with Shermeta, I don't know how to say his name, but that fight looks like crap. Like Golovkin did not look good at all. Like he dominated, yes, but like compared to Steve Rolls and like Golovkin's just been looking so like old, bruh. Like he's been looking so old lately, But Canelo, every fight he gets better. He mixes his offense and his defense. He knows how to back up. He knows how to come forward. He adjusts to every fighter differently. He knows how to do all kinds of different things. But Golovkin cannot do that. And plus, he's getting older. And Canelo is the bigger man now. Because it used to be that, Golovkin's the bigger man at 160. Canelo came from 147, 154. But Canelo passed 160, went up to 168, went up to 175. So really, Canelo's really the bigger man here. Now, Golovkin never went down. He stayed where he's not even pound for pound. Okay? But I believe that, with Triple G aging and not willing to take risks, come forward, just doing the same old thing he usually does, and Canelo adjusting differently maybe a little bit, him mixing it up. Like he'll like if you watch round 9 of the second fight between him and Golovkin, like there was one point in the round where Golovkin looked like he was gassed to the body. I'm like, bruh, throw a hook. Throw a hook. Like, Canelo threw 2 shots to the body, and, like, he dropped his hands. Golovkin dropped his hand. I'm like, bro, throw a hook. But yeah. Yeah, Canelo will completely destroy Golovkin if they fight a third time, If I were Golovkin, I would just take the big payday fights with smaller time fighters, retire, go home. I wouldn't even chase that third fight. He really gonna get himself hurt in that third fight. But yep, that's my opinion on it. Love y'all. God bless.